So, last night was fun playing hide and seek. I only had one successful hiding spot, but it was still fun to play nonetheless. It's a brilliant house for it, and especially in the dark, it becomes a lot more almost like a horror game than normal hide and seek. But yeah, that was great fun. This morning we've just had a relaxing time, not doing much. Our initial plans got cancelled because we were going to take a ferry to another island today, but it's so windy that I think it's just too choppy, and there was already one cancellation, and I believe they said the rest were liable to cancellations or disruptions. So hey ho, there's plenty of beautiful places to go on this island, and we've picked one. So I can't remember the name of the walk, but I believe there's a spot where we can stop, and it said in the description, look for otters and other seabirds and such, so that should be good fun. We're headed out to do that walk after lunch, but for now we've just had a relaxed morning as per. It's been really nice. Everyone's chilling in the kitchen as usual because that's where all the warmth is in this house. It's freezing everywhere else. I've managed to turn on our heater in this bedroom, and it's made it a lot more pleasant to walk into rather than an icebox, so that's nice. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the walk. So here we are on said walk. Yeah, I was beginning to wonder where he was too. He went back for his phone, but I'm assuming he's just not sprinting so as to not tire himself. Oh, I see him. Yes. Ian went back for his phone, and he'd already gone back to get some walking sticks from my dad because he's hurt his ankle. And he came sprinting with the poles, so I'm sure he tired himself out in doing that. And so I have no doubt at some point he'll be running back. Who knows? Here he comes. Over in the distance you can see him. Wonderful, he's made it. But yeah, here we are, like I said, on the walk. It's a very scenic path at the moment. We're currently just walking through a forest, and it's a very easy walk, downhill for now. But yeah, I'm just beginning to see the sea out the other end of this. And hopefully I'll get a better view so I can show you guys in a bit. But it's currently snowing, if you haven't already seen. Beautiful. Here he comes. And this is the path on down, and that's the sea that we're beginning to see. Yeah, we can raise twigs. As the walk develops, we find some ruins, and we're also crossing a river. Yeah, we can raise some twigs. See, that's the bridge. Yeah, we're crossing a river at the moment. And somehow we'll find our way to the beach. And here we come. Coming straight from the woods and onto the beach by the looks of it. And it's been, like I said, it's been an easy path. So I've just taken a little break while everyone searches the rocks. Beautiful. I have no idea whether you can hear me over the wind or not. I hope so. But it's beautiful. The rocks are really black, which makes me wonder whether they're some type of volcanic rock, maybe. But it's beautiful around here, as you can see in the background. The wind's calmed down as well, whether that's because we're slightly behind the big hill that's protecting us from the wind. I don't know, maybe that's the case. But the wind this side of the island doesn't seem to be as choppy. The wind. The sea doesn't seem to be as choppy. But yeah, it's beautiful nonetheless. I'll give you guys a better view. This is the view that I have. The other's just arriving. And you can see the wind rippling out over the waves, but nothing as choppy as we saw this morning. And this right here is the type of black rock I was looking at that is super dark. I have no idea what makes it so dark. But it's all very beautiful. We made it to the hut, the viewing hut. Well, let's do some viewing, eh? Since coming back from that walk, we've had a lovely relaxing time. My granddad cooked us a wonderful bolognese, which was a delicious dinner. And then, since then, we've just been playing games. And now I'm fresh out the shower and ready to go to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. We begin another day on a dog walk. And all the wildlife is out today. Got a field full of sheep. Lots of Canadian geese that just flew away from us. But yeah, it's another windy one. The sun's been shining through the clouds, you know, here and there. It's not a great deal, but it's been alright. Where's the house? There's the house. But yeah, very windy. Very windy. It was a lot colder than I anticipated, so I definitely don't have enough layers on for this dog walk. But hey ho, it won't be for too long, so I'll get back to the house and get in the warm. And then yeah, I'll update you on our plans a bit later because I'm not entirely sure as to what we're doing for now. The plans that were cancelled yesterday and pushed to today are going ahead because we thought they might not even today because it's just as windy as yesterday, but apparently the ferries are running, so we're all good. So yeah, an hour and a half drive and then we're going to get the ferry to Iona. We made it to the ferry. It's quite loud, so I don't know how much you can hear me, but we're on the ferry and the crossing only takes 10 minutes, so we should be there quite soon. Yeah. Looks like a nice island, so we'll have a look. We're almost at the Abbey, but we're at... I'm not going to try and pronounce his names. Let me just show you. That's exactly where we are. What's even cooler is Macbeth was buried here. So for all of you that studied that at school, this is where he is. He lays somewhere in this graveyard. The old tyrant king. So here is the Abbey. The Abbey of Iona. Next to where we just were. In all its glory. And so we made it out of that horrible windy weather and into the Abbey. Wow. I mean, look at that, guys. It's stunning in here with all the stone. I wonder how old they are. And I'm curious as to what we can do. Yeah. Oh my god. This is a bit claustrophobic. Can't lie, this feels a bit... I don't know how much you can even see me. I'm in a very small, very dark room that I've just taken the stairs up into. Like, that's... Let me turn the phone around. That's the way I just came from. And there's a small window into this room. as for that, there's not much else to it. There's a really weird hole at the back of the room that there's not enough light in here for you guys to see, but it makes me wonder what on earth the purpose of this room used to be. Because it's up some stairs and I really had to crouch to get in here. It's a tiny door. As you can see, I crouched to get back out of it. But yeah, I wonder what that's about. Ooh. Let's go explore some more. So I've noticed a door that I appear to be able to go through. And I'm wondering... Aha! It leads to a courtyard. Make sure I close that behind me. Yeah, wow, look at this. I feel like even on a day like today, where it's pouring down with rain, it's still just as beautiful because it's so quiet that the weather doesn't change the atmosphere of this place. I feel like it would feel like this on a sunny day even. It's just incredible. I want you guys to admire the view as much as I can. It's incredible around here. I found another room. The chapter house, where monks met daily to discuss the business of the abbey. Hello? It's incredibly dark in here. So, yeah, I was gonna say, I need to get to the light so we're actually visible in this. Ta-da! I see. I think it's used today by the community of this island for meetings, I think. So that's why it's slightly more intact, this room, and carpeted. So, the weather took quite a turn and it started raining a lot more. But that didn't stop us from enjoying walking around the abbey and seeing everything. But yeah, we're back on the ferry now, we're headed home. We've got front row seats to see straight forward as we sail across this choppy bit of sea. But yeah, another hour and a half drive home once we get back, and then into the nice and warm kitchen. Good morning everyone on Friday, our penultimate day of this holiday. So to update you on what happened since the last footage yesterday, we drove all the way home, about an hour and a half, had fish and chips for dinner. My dad had cooked us a chocolate cake when we got back, so that was a wonderful dessert to have afterwards. And then we tried to arrange a movie night, but the Netflix accounts weren't working to begin with. But anyway, we got a film up and running, but by the time we had, Lois and I had started playing ping pong, and we ended up playing that for about 2.5 hours. We stopped at about 11:10, which was great fun. And now Ian and I are just in the kitchen, and B as well. And we're about to take the dog for a walk, and then we've got the distillery tour later.
It's a storm.
It smells wonderful.
I just put it with now.
And we're not actually allowed to film inside here, so I can do it from the door, but that's it. As soon as we enter, no more filming. So, after the distillery tour, we came back to this place, came back to the house, had some lunch. What did we have for lunch? No, we didn't. I'm telling false stories. What did we do? We had lunch in a restaurant quite close to the distillery itself. And then we came back here, relaxed for not that long actually, before we headed back out and headed to where we'd booked a sauna. And it's a travelling sauna, so it's a trailer that gets dropped off and then left for you for the hour. So that was wonderful. So we went swimming in the sea, back and forth from the sea to the sauna. And yeah, that was wonderful. That was amazing. Admittedly, I didn't actually film anything from that, but other people got footage. So like Ian over there, he got lots of photos. So I'll see if I can show you guys some of them now. But yeah, so we went swimming in the sea. And that was such a thrill because of how cold it was. But yeah, came home and we've just been chilling really. I had a shower and then we've just had dinner, and some people have gone out to gaze at the stars because it's a very clear night tonight. And even I just popped my head out the kitchen door to have a look, and the sky looks stunning. It's very clear, lots of stars around. For the rest of the evening, I think we're kind of just tidying up the house because it's our final night. We're just going to be tidying up, packing, making sure we're all ready for a smooth exit tomorrow morning, and relaxing. I think some card games are planned, but I'm not sure which one yet. Anyway. One last look at the view. Good morning, guys, on our final day of the holiday. I feel like this is the calm before the storm. Well, hopefully the storm never begins, but everyone's still sleeping. Well, most people are still sleeping. And we're leaving in, what's the time? In an hour and 45, we need to be out here. So I feel like once everyone's up, then we'll begin the everyone running around madness. But no, for now it's nice and quiet. There's only a few of us up, but we've still been tidying the house and packing our things up, so yeah. Somehow the end of the trip makes you appreciate it a lot more, what you've had for the time that you've been anywhere. It's always the case, any trip. The last part makes you appreciate the rest. But it's nice, it's really nice. Yeah. Looking around, just enjoying the view for one last time. And so the room is cleared, mostly. And the rest of the house is nice and tidy. And we're all set to go. And the rain seems to have almost taken away our visibility. We got one unhappy dog because he's been left. Well, he's not been left, I'm still here, but the others have gone into Tesco to grab a quick meal deal. And that'll be their lunch for the journey. I'm doing the first stint, the first 4.5 hours of driving. Yay. And then I'm tagging out, and I'll probably sleep the rest of the journey. But yeah, that's it, guys. We've taken the ferry. We're back across, back on the mainland, and ready to drive home. So, until next time, I'll see you guys on our next adventure.